Welcome to my car. Kidding. We're in the office today. That reminds me, if you want a free 20-minute consultation with me, no pressure, no BS. If you're serious about integrating these LOA ideas and these law of assumption ideas better, link is in the description. You can also get a free book of mine. Link is in the description. Today we're going to talk about why feeling it real is a waste of time. What? How could that be? How indeed could that be? Well, one thing I think that a lot of people miss when they get into Neville's work is how dynamic his explanation of the usage of imagination should be. And Neville himself, I think, muddled this later on. A lot of his later post-promise lectures, a lot of the stuff on YouTube, a lot of the lectures you hear are from the 1960s, where, in my opinion, Neville often did not have his fastball. A lot of you are going to disagree with that. Go watch another channel, get lied to. But Neville at his finest, and we see this more in his stuff from the 1940s and early 50s, really made it clear that your imagination is a dynamic thing. And so much of the community is obsessed with feeling it real because feeling is the secret. Yet, what most people in the community are unable to do is feel a desire being real over and over and over again continually. See, what Neville suggests sounds easy on paper. I'm going to feel something real, and then it's going to become real. Walk as if it were, and it will become real in my reality. That sounds great. But the real reality for most people who try to do that is it doesn't work well. This is not a knock on Neville. This is a knock on how tough this stuff is and how poorly it is explained in the community in general. This is what folks don't understand. Your imagination is dynamic. And if you're trying to force a feeling, your imagination is probably not going to buy it. This is what Emile Coué spoke about so eloquently, why we always talk about Coué. And it's why his law of reversed effort is really something that we have to keep in mind when it comes to trying to appropriate a feeling. Because if you try to will a feeling, try to force a feeling, force yourself to have a feeling, it seems absurd even for me just to be saying that. If you're trying to force a state, appropriate a state through force, through willpower, very good chance that the imagination, which is active and dynamic, is going to say, no, 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 no. No way. No way. I don't believe that bullshit. What often happens for many people is that you feel something. Like you do SATs, for instance, right? And you feel it. And it feels real. And then maybe you go to sleep. But many of us will find cultivating that feeling, doing that night after night, or walking as though it were during the day, seems absolutely impossible. And this is because Neville's type of instructions for this stuff does not work well for most people. And Neville had a very specific sensibility, a very dramatic sensibility, as Israel Regardie spoke about so well in his essay on Neville. And if you do not have a sensibility like that, just feeling it real is probably not going to be enough. For instance, when I got into these ideas, I remember trying to feel a certain amount of money or feel winning a big lottery ticket or something like that. And I was able to do it. But that feeling never lingered for long. I was able to access it, but it never lingered for long. The odor never permeated. And because of that, it never came into fruition quickly like I, felt. And that might seem like a silly example, but I'm sure many of you have had the same experience, first of all. But more importantly, that is what it's like for most big desires people have. I work with people on their relationship problems, their SPs, quote unquote, a lot. SP stuff, this happens all the time. Oh, I feel him next to me. I feel her in my arms, or whatever it might be. Where the fuck are they? They manifest yet, Chief or Chiefess? Not enough. When Neville spoke about feeling at his most articulate, he was talking about relief. The relief of knowingness. Oh, I feel it is so. I don't have to even worry about it anymore. It is so. I have the car. I don't have to feel this special state about having the car. I have the car now. It's normal. Once you achieve something, Neville liked to say you become momentarily, or maybe for a long time, impotent. You no longer wish to have it because you possess it. That kind of feeling, in my experiences, is much easier to cultivate and feel than one of like, oh, I have it. And then you wonder where it is again. Where is it? Oh, it's much easier just to relax and realize I have everything right now. Much easier to do that than to be like, oh, I feel this person next to me. I feel them next to me. He's coming back, or she's coming back, or whatever. Not going to work. That's too dramatic. It fucking fries your nervous system trying to do that. And it's a push and pull. Oh, I have the state. Now I don't have the state. Oh, it's like you're micromanaging. The only thing from Neville I could take away that worked for me is what I wrote about in all those books, like Relax More, Try Less, Manifestation Through Relaxation. It's that feeling of relaxation when you have it. If I have it, I'm already relaxed. I'm already fulfilled. That I can cultivate. But when it comes to getting specific things by imagining them and feeling them, and I'm in the state of I have it now, that's not going to work for most people. And there's so many different methods we can use that are not saying you have to feel it real. Coué, for instance, who gave by far the most practical manifestation advice that I know of, he said, it is enough to think that something is going to happen and I'm going to do it for it to happen. But notice how he said, going to do it. I want this and I'm going to do it. This is going to happen. I'm going to do what's necessary to make this happen. That's fucking good manifestation advice. As opposed to, I'm trying to generate this certain fucking fleeting feeling. I'm trying to generate it and hold on to it. And I'm just going to be passive and let the bridge of incidents do everything else the rest of the time. That's a good way to stay stuck. Not just for weeks or months, but for fucking years. I have spoken to so many people in this space trying to get an ex back or improve their relationships. And I'm like, have you gone and spoken to this person recently or written them or texted them? And they're like, no, I'm just living in the end. Holy shit. Talk about wasting your time. You just wasted months or years. That's why you come to Papa Bear Tim, because we fix that stuff right away. Your imagination is active. It's about doing. Imagination is doing. Or as Lao Tzu said, the way to do is to be. But being is an active thing. We're not in kindergarten anymore, guys. This isn't, favorite law of assumption advice. He'll come back, she'll come back. Oh, just imagine you're a millionaire. Just feel it real. Ask your tax collector if they care about if you're feeling it real. People stay stuck in these fantasy loops, and they think that's okay because they're feeling it real some of the time, and they're beating themselves up because they aren't feeling it real. Oh, that's fucking, just get rid of all that. Neville was talking about certainty, conviction, calmness. That's the connection with all the other great law of attraction teachings and manifestation, as we like to call it. Presence. So the point of this video is not, if you like feeling something, not to feel it. I'm all for that. If you like looping a scene, do it. If you like sats, do it. Wonderful. But don't worry about feeling it real if it doesn't feel right to do that. Think more along the lines of Coué of, I want this and I'm going to get it. Or everything is working out. My life is getting better and better. That's more helpful manifestation advice than feeling it real for the vast majority of us. If you have questions or need help, links are in the description.